To say is going to challenge your fragile patriotism.
Is it now? Let's see what you have to say. Is it gonna trigger me, or am I just gonna have to prove you wrong? Here we go! God damn it, I dropped my keys.
See, a lot of you like to use the argument, love it or leave it, boy. If you don't love America, get out.
Okay, was this supposed to be a pun joke? Because I don't get the fuck what you're just saying. If you don't love it, leave it, boy. That's the first time I've ever heard that. If you've heard that saying before, please put it in the comments. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe the guy's right. Maybe a bunch of Republicans and this is just something I'm not a part of.
See, a lot of you like to use the argument, love it or leave it, boy. If you don't love America, get out.
And then about your part, if you don't love America, then get the hell out. I don't say that to people, but the point is if you don't love America, don't try and get into it. That's all I'm saying. Don't jump borders. Don't fucking fly over fucking airplanes. Don't do any of that shit. Stay the fuck over there. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like America, maybe don't come here. Just saying. I mean, it's not like I got a gun and I'm sitting there saying, get the fuck over the border, you're going to the U.S. I don't... That's not me. Why would I do that? And when you do come here, it's a melting pot, baby. Let's just be all in one. This is supposed to be a unity thing, not... Oh, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. We're not in those times anymore, dude. Have you not noticed that?
You tell us that America is the most diverse land because we are so free. So I like to argue this to you.
Great. Let's hear what you have to say, dipshit. What is wrong with these people? They do like half their video before they even say anything. Shit! Just get to the point. We have a minute.
Is America truly diverse because we're free, or are the Native Americans here because we stole their land from them?
Oh my god, I'm just so sick of these analogies. Okay, let's just fucking do this over again, okay? Here we go. If America and Africa were to switch places, one was a superpower and the other one was a third world country. Africa decided, hey, I'm gonna go invade the US. They dominate the US by killing off and enslaving all the Americans, no matter what race. Whose country do you think it is, dipshit? It sure ain't the US anymore. We are now part of Africa. That's how it works. I'm sorry we colonized this entire fucking area. It's how the cookie crumbles. Maybe if you learned a little bit, you'd understand. You say you went to war, but I don't know because you keep pulling up some bullshit like this.
Is America truly diverse because we're free, or are the Native Americans here because we stole their land from them?
There's a part 2 to your question, and here you go. Before we even got here, the Indians were fighting over each other for land, decapitating each other's heads, and sacrificing by ripping the fucking hearts out of people for their god. Okay? So I don't want to hear, oh, well, we just came and stole their land. I'm sorry that we sailed halfway across the ocean and got involved with wars that were going on this land. That's how we played back then. Too bad we don't do that now. And now what you're pretty much saying is, hey, that's what we did back then. Let's just give it back to them. I want you to understand real quick. If we didn't invade over here, that shit would still be going on. Do you not understand? We colonized. We brought peace to this fucking land. You don't see that shit anymore because we came here.
Are African Americans here because white people were too lazy to work in the field and brought over African slaves so they could build their wealth, have free labor, and not do the work themselves?
Oh my god, this is gonna be a long one. God damn it, look shit up, bro!
To apologize deeply on behalf of the chiefs and people of Gold Coast and Ghana for the atrocities, the cruelty, the inhuman treatment that were committed 400 years ago by my ancestors during the Atlantic slave trade, where over 400 years ago, millions of our brothers and sisters were captured, sold, and transported under inhumane and cruel circumstances through Elmina Castle across to the Caribbean and to the New World.
Are African Americans here because white people were too lazy to work in the field and brought over African slaves so they could build their wealth, have free labor, and not do the work themselves?
And I wanted to state this real quick. I just wanted to prove how stupid you sound, because I'm gonna use Snopes real quick, your Democratic that's forged through Google and fucking upchucked on every fucking website. Let's use them real quick. Okay, here's your Snopes. It says, at the peak of the black slavery in this, only 6% of the southern whites owned slaves. If you include the white people in the north, it means that only 1.4% of white Americans owned black slaves at the height of slavery. Well, I don't know. Does that mean laziness? Does that speak laziness? I don't know. Can you tell me? You're the one who asked the dumbass question. 1.4%! Now it's time to break down Snopes' lie. Here we go. Now, when you look at Snopes here, what do you see? You see black slaves in the South. Everybody likes to say that the Civil War was fought over slavery, right? Like the North didn't own any, right? But they forget 4 fucking states had fucking slavery. How do you forget this shit? Because the history books don't tell you. You think it was over slavery? Fuck no, it was over state rights. I mean, fuck! Kentucky wanted to leave the Union and go to the South and fight for the Confederacy. But the Union didn't let them. They said, if you leave, we kill you. That's what they did, and they owned slaves. Even after the Emancipation Proclamation. Do research other than just Google. Now let's take a look at the 4 states and their percentages of slavery. Here we go.
Early Asians were brought over because white people were too lazy to build railroads and build our industrials.
Bub, that's not us. Sorry, that's the North again. We didn't even want to be a part of the industrial age. Y'all had repeaters, we had bolt actions. We killed double the amount of y'all. Good luck in wars today, though. Y'all want to do a civil war? Let's do it! We've been prepping for this shit. Y'all are all for fucking abortion. That's all the South wanted. Babies, 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 babies. Babies! Got a couple of myself.
And there's a lot of Latinos from our southern neighbors here now because white Americans are too lazy to work in the fields.
All throughout history, Bubba, we were never lazy. Whites, Caucasians were never lazy. Okay? All through World War I, World War II, Vietnam War, Gulf War, guess who was all signing up for the army? My white brothers and sisters, my Caucasians. Not saying that there was any other races that did not sign up for the military, but there was always a majority. So it wasn't really laziness. It was more about freedom, giving your life, giving your blood, showing what stands for freedom. Something you don't understand, it seems like. You say you went to the military, but I have a hard time believing it sometimes, and I don't care if you show me shit or whatever, because I don't know if you were sitting behind a fucking computer, because I know you probably haven't seen real combat, because I've seen people who have seen real combat. My grandpa took 2 inches of fucking shrapnel in his back, 3 feet long, barely survived. He left Germany and turned around for his citizenship and fought Hitler, bro. Fuck off. Saying that whites were lazy.
And there's a lot of Latinos from our southern neighbors here now because white Americans are too lazy to work in the fields.
Now I know I'm a fucking retard, and as you would call me, as an inbred, but you know what? I just wanted to come out and state real quick. I can't really say exactly how it is, but I think I have a lady here that would most lovingly allowed me to use her video, and I think she displays it perfectly. So the next time you ask if we're lazy, maybe question what the fuck you're asking.
I got something to say. To everybody out there that's all cops are bad, all military is bad, everybody's bad, how dare you? You have obviously never held someone while they cried from PTSD because they've been through some shit that they cannot ever unsee. You've not seen someone drop down into the bowels of the deepest, darkest parts of themselves and then you pull them back out and tell them that it's okay. How dare you? You have not seen anything. You're so privileged that you don't even understand anything that's dark and bad. And to all the military and all the cops that are fighting every day with the things that they cannot unsee, the things you cannot unlive, I see you. And it's going to be okay. Because there's more of us than there are of them.
But yet you claim they're taking our jobs. So I say to you this, are we the land of diversity because we're free? Or are we the land of diversity because we're so fucking lazy?
Speak for yourself. I build homes for a living, so fuck you. I ain't lazy. Your fat ass is.